Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hendy, the Android Authority app guy. Do you like watching TV and movies? I know I do, and in this video we'll show you some of the best TV and movie apps for Android. First on our list is Flixter. Back in the day, this used to be a movie info application that provided info about new movies and theater locations. It has since expanded to include streaming movies. There is a large selection and it should work on most devices. Getting it set up is the tricky part. You'll need an Ultraviolet account with the same credentials as your Flixter account. To get movies, you must buy them from Ultraviolet and they'll be made available for you on Flixter. Aside from that annoying setup process, this is a solid way to watch some good movies. Next up is HBO Go. While most of the apps on this list cover a wide range of content, HBO Go is dedicated to streaming just content from HBO. This is great if you happen to have HBO on your cable or satellite plan and you want to watch it with your Android device. If HBO didn't have a bunch of great programming, this app would probably be a bust. However, with the app you'll have access to current hits like Game of Thrones as well as other stuff like the latest Louis C.K. stand-up and a host of movies. If you have HBO on your TV service, this is an app you cannot miss out on. It would be downright negligent of us not to include the stock Google offering for TVs and movies. You can get TV and movie streaming via the Play Store with the Google Play Movies and TV app. You can rent and purchase movies and TV shows off of the Google Play Store and then watch them with this app. The selection is pretty good and we didn't have any problems getting movies to stream, so we consider this a fairly decent offering. You won't get the peace of mind and finality of a pay-per-month service, but if there is something you have to watch right now, this is a great way to do it. Also, any movie you purchase or rent is viewable with your YouTube account on your computer. Obviously, Netflix is going to be on the list. Aside from being among the most popular, it's also among the most highly rated streaming apps and by far one of the most trusted. People were using Netflix long before it was available on Android on their computers, their Xbox 360s, and other devices. Netflix has a lot of content, pretty much anything you want to watch, really. The newest stuff requires a waiting period, which is really one of the few things that puts it behind the competition. While you wait, there's plenty of shows and movies from all sorts of genres that you can watch. Our last app on the list is called US TV and Radio. It's a free streaming service that offers United States television stations and radio free of charge. It doesn't have the professional setup that many of these applications have, but it does work most of the time. There are pros and cons to this app. Sometimes the feeds are offline and you can't watch that station. Other times the station may not exist because they requested that they be taken off the list. For the rest, though, it works fairly well, and since it's free to use with an optional paid upgrade, the issues are something most people are prepared to deal with. If you look at our leaderboard, you can see how these applications stack up against one another. As per the norm, these apps were rated by you, the user, and not by us, so there is no bias on our part. We do have a much longer list of honorable mentions than usual. They include Jetflix, Hulu Plus, NHL Game Center, YouTube, Vudu, and Miro.tv. These apps aren't necessarily bad, but they are either too niche to be on the list or have one or more big issues that prevent them from being really good. YouTube is a special case because if the mobile app had all the features of the desktop website, it would be on this leaderboard. Because you can't view paid movies and TV shows from the mobile app though, that means you can only really use it for web specials and smaller productions. If we left out any good streaming apps, feel free to tell us about them in the comments. Also, a big hat tip goes out to Android Authority feature writer Nate Swanner, who let me borrow access to his Netflix and HBO Go accounts so I could review them properly. Once again, I'm Joe Hendy, the Android Authority app guy. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our social media links in the video description.